as the worst police station taken to in our country. It's one of the police stations that is also raising concern. Apart from Albert Ojwang, we know Kevin was also picked up, and he was appearing in court today. And we have officers of the Law Society of Kenya that were appearing today to them. She showed the files she had, and Kevin's file was not amongst them. So we had asked our officers to follow up because they have not informed even the family where he has since been taken. And so we are sounding the alarm, and we ask also the judiciary to remember their oath of office, that due process must be followed and he should be given a fair day in court. The concern that I find is that there is forum shopping. The office of the DPP is one office. So if the DPP have not charged him, taking him to any other court, it will not change the predicament. And we will follow up on the same. If we find that it is forum shopping for purposes of getting an appropriate judicial officer, we will raise the same with the office of the chief justice. Well, if the office of the DPP have not charged him, then there are no charges that are certainly there, because he must be charged by the director of public safety, and that is one of it. Yes, but was arrested is when we got wind of the story of Kevin as well. So if they report, the family members can reach out to the Law Society of Kenya so that we can follow up with any other person who are also arrested. Police, why hasn't he named the particular officers that have been interdicted? What is the need of hiding? Let Kenyans know, and the ambiguity of saying in any other officer. Who are these any other officers? And secondly, the officers who picked Mr. Albert Ojwang from Homa Bay, are they part and parcel of those who have been interdicted? Without telling Kenyans in plain word of who these individuals are, will be treated to just PR for purposes of calming down the citizens. We want to know each and every officer involved so that we can follow and find out what are the due processes that will follow, and we know the individual officers that are being held accountable. To ensure a meaningful and credible outcome to the intended investigation, we demand an unequivocal commitment by the National Police Service that they will unreservedly cooperate with the investigations undertaken by HOPOA and provide all necessary access, material, and evidence that will fast track the investigation. Further, there must be corresponding undertaking by the National Police Service that there will be no interference or intervention whatsoever on their part, save for what is reasonably required by IPOA. To ascertain this, we equally call upon the Deputy Inspector General of the Kenya Police Service, Mr. Eliud Langat, to publicly and unconditionally recuse himself from taking part or influencing the investigations in any way, save for as may be required of him as a potential witness. We know that this recusal is necessary to dispel any apprehension of prejudice and conflict of interest that may arise on his account of his role as a complainant against Mr. Albert Ojwang. Kenyans, whether suspected of offenses or not, is not a matter for which we can accept reactiveness. We demand proactivity. The Law Society of Kenya has consistently raised concerns over the safety of detainees while in police custody and the trend of abuse and mistreatment that has characterized Kenya police cells. In particular, we have sounded grave apprehension over Central Police Station in Nairobi, which has been a poster boy for police brutality and overreach. This must come to an end. Further, we note that previously the Council of Law Society of Kenya had raised concerns with the Inspector General of Police against Nairobi Central Police Station for being violators of the rights of arrested persons. We call upon IPOA to expeditiously investigate concerns raised and keep Kenyans appraised of the outcome of the investigation. While the National Police Service, through the Inspector General of Police, have given their commitment, will also hold IPOA accountable to be able to carry out credible investigations and update Kenyans on the status of the same. The Law Society of Kenya will pursue drastic reforms within police stations across the country, especially those that have consistently been cited as danger zones for persons detained therein. We invite members of the public to support this and office of the DPP if it's a question of failure to charge. On the failure for them to give evidence, we can also now raise that to members of the public and also to the IG himself with regards to any frustration, because this is a concern that touches greatly on his office, and we have asked him and urged him not to cover up for anyone. Let rogue officers be held personally accountable for their faults. When we met them, they confirmed that they're properly trained as per the new constitution, and so they have no excuse to keep relying on old tactics. And therefore, if they're properly trained, they're properly informed, and they know what are their limits under the constitution. Therefore, there's no excuse or no reason that they should be protected in any manner. They have their rights under the constitution and right for due process and a fair trial. But other than that, if they are found to be culpable, they must be processed through our court. So with that.